Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and welcome to part 2 people. Okay, now this is where we left off. We had pulled in a button component from the components panel, and we wrote a few lines of action script which results in, let me hit Control Enter and show you a button that shows you an icon. It's just coming up people. Okay, that shows you an icon that is shifted to the right hand side since the text is shifted to the left hand side. Cool. And you see I'd use the setStyle method, and I'd use the text format style and the text padding style with a value of 15, and this is the result. I'd also use the move method.
A vast virus database has been updated.
Always at the wrong time. Sorry people. Okay, I'd use the move property and the set size method to set the size, the width and the height, that is. I'd use the icon style. This is the style name and this is the style value. This is the style name and this is the style value. I'll continue on from here people. Okay, so we are going to further customize the button component, which is called home. So I'm going to say home dot set style. Okay, and instead of saying text padding, I'm going to say emphasized padding. Right, this is the style name and the value, let's say how about 15. Okay, now I want to show you what the button looks like when the emphasized padding is not used at all. Okay, so if I were to get back to the button, which is this button, and set it to being emphasized, you see there's a border that is drawn all around it, which is pretty close to the actual button. I think the default padding is 2 pixels. Okay, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's either 2 or 3, most probably 2. So if I hit Control Enter people, you'll see that around the button you have another border which is separated by the main button by 2 pixels. Should be 2 pixels actually. Alright, but if let me okay, enable line number 20, hit Control Enter once again to render the Swift. Okay, now you can actually see the distance of the border from the button has actually increased. The border signifies that this button has been emphasized. Okay, now let me keep it at 2. I think the default is 2. Let's see how it actually looks. Yep, it looks like the default emphasizing, right? And let's make it 20. Okay, looks pretty odd though. Okay, let me settle for 5 and move on. Okay, now let me show you something else. Let me copy line number 18 and paste it out here. Okay, this time instead of saying text format, I'm gonna say disabled text format, T capital, camel casing, very important. And out here I'm gonna say DTF. Now what this means is that I'm gonna style the home button excuse me, but the style that I'm gonna use, or the style name, is disabled text format. That is the styling, and the value is DTF. Where is DTF? Okay, and what is the meaning of style name or the style being disabled text format? Now disabled text format format is actually a formatting that is applied to the button only when it's disabled. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disable this button. Okay, and let's remove the emphasizing and let's tick it off, check it off, check this box off, so it's no longer enabled, so it's disabled. Okay, if I hit Control Enter now, let's see how it actually looks. Okay, excess of undefined property DTF. Obviously we need to define DTF. In fact, things will become much more clear once I define DTF. Let's open up the actions panel code further. Okay, before I code people, I want to drop in 2 more classes that I'm going to use in this project. So right, I'm going to use these classes. So yep, now it's all fine. In fact, I've been using the button class all along. and I'm going to use the Stylemanager class very soon. Anyways, we were talking about the disabled text format, and I said DTF is still not available. It will be very soon. Let me copy this variable and let me paste it just down below out here. Let me turn the this variable to DDF out here. Let's copy this bit as well. Okay, and let's paste it out here just down below this and turn the TF to a DTF, disabled text format. Okay, so I'm creating a new instance of the text format class. I'm gonna keep everything just the same, except that I'm gonna change this to AAAA. Right, just changing the color. So basically what I want is, when the button is disabled, I would want a different color, font color, to show up. Instead of blue, it should show up as gray. So let me show you what I exactly mean by that. I'm going to hit Control Enter once again to render out, and you can see the button is disabled. It's no longer clickable, but at the same time you can see that the word home looks quite disabled, doesn't it? All right. So it's actually changed the color. That's pretty cool, right? Now I promised you that I'm going to use the Stylemanager. Okay, and you see I'd imported the Stylemanager class out here, and I said I'm going to use the Stylemanager. Now, how do I use the Stylemanager? What do I mean when I say I'm going to use the Stylemanager? It'll become very clear. Okay, let me just insert this one single line of code. Say Stylemanager.set component style button text format TF. Now what this actually means is, this is going to affect all the buttons, not just the home button, but any button that's on the stage. In fact, to show you this, let me just apply a block comment out here. Okay, and cool. Now what's going to happen is, even if there are more than one button, one buttons on the stage, one or more than one buttons, no matter how many, as long as it's a button, the text format TF, which is decided out here, the formatting is decided out here, is going to get applied to all the buttons. So you use the Stylemanager class and set component style method and target all the buttons and apply the text format. So let's go back to this button. Let's enable it. Okay, let's hit Control Enter and see how it actually looks now. Okay, since it's a button, the style got applied to it. Now I'm going to pull out more buttons from the components. So one button out here, another one out here. Okay, let's hit Control Enter and see what happens. Okay, notice people that the text format styling is applied to any button, but will not be applied to any other component. For example, if I were to pull out, let's say, a numeric stepper, hit Control Enter. Since numeric stepper is not a button, it will not get applied to the button. So basically, using the Stylemanager class, okay, I'm able to target all the buttons and apply text formatting decided by the variable TF, which is an instance of the text format class. Cool. Now, what if I want to affect all the components? Is there a way? Yes, there is. Let me show you that. So let me go to the actions panel. Let me line comment this line out, and let me paste this line in. Now when I use the Stylemanager.setStyle method, but do not specify any instance name. I do not specify any component like a button or a anything else, or a progress bar. I just use the Stylemanager.setStyle method. Basically, I'm targeting all the components. I think things will become much more clear when I hit Control Enter and render the SWF out, exporting the SWF. So people, as you can see now, the formatting has not only been applied to the buttons, but has also been applied to the numeric stepper as well. All right. So people, this is where I'm going to wind this tutorial. So in part number 1, we had learned about the label move properties and the set size, set style methods, the icon style name, right? We learned how we can change the placements. In fact, let me tell you this, it can have other values apart from left. It could be right, bottom, or top too, right? And today we have learned the emphasize padding. What exactly does emphasize padding mean? It works only on an emphasize button. That's pretty clear. We also learned what disable text format does. Okay, this works on the disabled button component, as we saw moments ago, right? We have seen the usefulness or the efficacy of the Stylemanager class too, right? So people, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see you very soon. You have a good day. Bye bye. Peace.